Hi, I'm Jason Sterling. This is an RM Cascadian travel vlog, and today we're going to look at the final video regarding my voyage on the Carnival Vista New Year's Eve 2021 to 2022. Today we'll look at the ship itself and an overall review of that voyage. Call that skee ball still? Skee ball? I don't remember what it was called on the ship. We love it so much. I've actually thought about getting one for the house. I'm going to just put it out in the garage. Buy one. Clear out the family room. Hell, we never use it anyway. Clear all the furniture out of the family room. Put it in there. We have so much fun playing that. I waste a ton of money on the skee ball one. And we always get tickets. We never cash them in. I always forget. But we love doing that. So that's a big entertainment feature for my son and I indoors. Now, he and I tend to do a lot more outdoors on a cruise ship. Outdoors, you have your typical cruise ship layout. You know, a main central pool, lots of chairs around it, a couple of bars, and a stage, right? A place to play some music or have a band or something like that. And usually in this day and age, a large screen, a large video screen for either movies. They have movies, at night. Movies under the stars, they call it on some ships. So movies under the stars. Not on this night. You can see this picture when it's raining. No movies that night, you guys. But if it's not raining, movies under the stars. And sometimes I've seen on the ships, and this, again, in this day and age, there's a really big football game, like Super Bowl, maybe Super Bowl, I don't know. But I did see some like big college games or something, or Dallas Cowboys or something. We're out of Texas, ships out of Texas. We're shown out by the pool. There's also a sports bar, though. I left it off the bars list. There's also a sports bar on this ship. So if you're really into sports, they do have a pretty good sports bar. It's not huge, but there's a lot of screens showing a lot of different sports. So check it out if you're into that. But they've got that typical setup. But where all the action, I think, is happening out on deck is in two spaces. You've got sports, like the sports square, they call it, and you've got the Waterworks, both of which big favorites for my son and I. Sports Square is a whole variety, like shuffleboard. There's a regular shuffleboard setup. There's also miniature golf. That's our big game. There's pool tables out there. Another big game for us. We love foosball is out there. They have this sort of like thing they call soccer pool. That's out there. You've got a ropes course out there, a basketball court, a selection of like outdoor exercise equipment, which is kind of cool. And like the jogging track is also up there. And also the big thing that is unique to the Vista class of vessels, only 3 ships have this. That's the Skyrider. The Skyrider, the bicycle, the 180-degree bicycle view that you pedal around the ship on. My son and I usually really do like that. It's a great view. It's a great view. It's a load of fun. That's another Vista unique item. So definitely, I would say try that out. Sports Square is where we spend a lot of our time is up there. Now, Waterworks is where we spend another bunch of our time. It's a full-fledged water park, of course, as you can see. 2 major slides and then 2 smaller slides. So we got little kids that got smaller slides too. They also have a selection, of the normal fountains and like the giant bucket that drops water on your head. It's an excellent place to hang out. You'll always find it crowded. And hey, do not think, well, I'm an adult. I can't slide on those slides. Those are for kids. No, they're not for kids. Have another drink. Drop your inhibitions. Get up there and slide on that slide. I slide on it all the time. All the adults do. It's really, really a lot of fun. Now, outdoors, if you want some quiet, you don't want all that action, you have the Serenity Deck as an adult, has adults only bar, adults only lunch counter, and adult only hot tubs and loungers. They're serious about it. I've never seen them let kids up there. 21 and over. I do think they could lower it to 18. Actually, I'm going to be honest there. But 21 and over. 21 and over. And it's great. It's a great place to hang out. Also, though, now this gets overlooked. If you want some peace and quiet and want to get a little alone time, Deck 5 sticks out from the side of the ship. On both sides, they have a ton of loungers, easy proximity to a bar, easy proximity to food. And a lot of times, there's just not hardly anybody out there. There's also tables and chairs if you just want to sit, you don't want to lounge. So it's a great place to go. it's quiet, no music, just the sound of the water and the wind. So that's someplace that gets overlooked a lot as a place to get away from it all. And I go out there a lot on a Deck 5. I really like it. So Deck 5. Now, a word of warning, if you're sensitive to this, on the starboard side of Deck 5 is smoking. And I think, as I recall, the entire deck along there is smoking. Maybe it's just Deck 5 forward nowadays. Maybe it's just Deck 5 forward. But that is a smoking zone. So if you're sensitive to it, be aware of that. Go only maybe on the port side of the ship, which if you're facing front on the boat, on the right side is starboard, on the left side is port. Okay, so go on the port side because you can smell it sometimes out there. You can if you're real sensitive to it. It doesn't bother me that much, and if I'm out there and someone comes out and starts smoking, I don't get up and leave, but I'm letting everyone know that. Now, last but not least, I want to say the Vista-class ships looks to be pretty much really the end of an era in ship design for the Carnival fleet. There's been a certain expectation with Carnival ships that has panned out now, definitely since the Conquest class, but even as far back as the Fantasy class, of how the ship is laid out, what it looks like inside, what the rooms are like. That has just been standard for about 30 years now. Vista started to break that a little bit with the change from the full atrium lobby that went all the way up with a glass ceiling, right? But the Mardi Gras class really changes it completely. That is the break in history to a brand new design. Jubilee actually is coming to Galveston in that class of ships. Can't wait to sail her. I'm going to sail her. Sailing Jubilee on the American inaugural voyage in Thanksgiving week of 2023, and I'm going all out. I'm going all out on that one. I'm getting the big room. I've already booked it. I've booked the big room. It's crazy, but I want to try it. I really do want to try it. I want to see what they've come up with this new setup. But the Vista is my favorite ship as of right now. And at that point, I'll leave Galveston. I'll sell it one more time coming up New Year's Eve of this year. And after that, I might never sell on her again. Yeah, because I'm not going to go all the way to Port Canaveral someplace just to sell on the Vista. Same thing happened with the Elation. I loved the Elation when it was at Galveston, and then it moved, and I never sailed on it again. But I do still love the Elation. If you get a chance to go on the Elation, I love that ship. So the Vista is kind of the end of that road. I love the Vista. It's got a lot of great quiet places to get away to. It's got a lot of great centralized area for fun and adventure, like the lobby bar and the ocean plaza and the pool deck. I feel like everywhere is designed. I've never had a problem getting around on the Vista. I've never had a problem finding something to do on the Vista or something to eat or someplace to hang out. This is a magical ship, and I will miss her. And this was a magical voyage. My overall review for this voyage, we started a little late. Couldn't help it. It was fog. But my overall review for this voyage, COVID and everything, masking and everything, I had a magical time. I had a really great time on the Vista for New Year's Eve. And the staff was excellent. Food as always. Well, the food was, with the exception of that lobster roll. But see, in my memory already, I remember it all as good. But the exception of that lobster roll, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the worst thing I ever had on a Carnival cruise ship in 20 years on that food video for this voyage. But the exception of that, food was all excellent, though. I loved it. Tried GG Asian for the first time. It was really good. That's a really good restaurant. So it was a really good voyage. My son and I had a great time. 8 days of absolute fun. Carnival is a fun ship, and it is a fun line. And despite anybody who may ever disparage it, I've always sailed on Carnival, and I really do like it. I really do have a good time. It's relaxing in a fun way. It's like you just don't have any cares, and you don't have any worries, and there's no airs to put on. You can be anybody from anywhere. And that's why I like Carnival, because you probably are anybody from anywhere. It has an extremely diverse passenger base, socio-cultural and economic across the board. And I think it is the best line to sail on, and this was one of my best voyages. Now, coming up, what's next? Well, you may ask. I'm going on the breeze again, March the 5th, in just a couple of weeks, for the Carnival 50th Anniversary Celebration event and party. I cannot wait. I'm so pumped. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify so that as I launch into those videos, you can see the build-up to the celebration, and then you can see the celebration. If you can't go, you'll get to see it all here on YouTube. All the parties, all the throwbacks, all the callbacks. We're going to be in Cozumel for 2 days. Have you ever been in Cozumel for 2 days? I haven't ever been in Cozumel for 2 days. We're going to be in Cozumel for 2 days. We're going to have a big meetup out in the ocean, like about a half dozen other ships. Mardi Gras is going to be there. This is going to be there. There's going to be fireworks off a barge. That's the rumor. It better be right. That's what they've been saying on the ships, what the employees have been saying on the ships. It's going to be a fireworks barge out in the ocean off the coast of Cozumel, where we're all going to get together for the big celebration. And like I said, hit like, subscribe, and notify. Follow along with me as we go on the Carnival celebration, or on the breeze for the Carnival celebration. And in the meantime, thanks for watching.